All right, welcome up again. This is Crucible Tarot. Thanks so much for joining for today. I'm going to now jump over to the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of August 2026. And we're going to read the energies that are taking place at this moment. They're going to kind of give you a snapshot of either how you're feeling right now or what to expect in the next few weeks or over the month course, and go from there. So yeah, if you like what you see here, please be sure to give a like, share, subscribe, ding the notification bell so you don't miss updates, and also feel free to support the channel in any way that you see fit, or however you would like to support it anyways. And I appreciate your time and energy for joining this reading and being able to get all the tea on what's taking place in your life. Speaking of tea. And what we'll do now, we'll just go into that. We'll also note one other thing I do want to start continuing to mention here is please be vigilant against any scammers taking aim at any of the different tarot card readers on this channel. People stealing content, people trying to sell fake adverts and fake readings and so on. So please be mindful of that. So I don't give these types of readings out anyway, specifically to avoid dealing with the nonsense and the drama of these scammers. So that said, let's jump right into it. So Virgo got what appears to be a quite prosperous season for yourself. We're reading from the movie tarot card deck, and we have a few different people here. I have no idea who this is. This looks like Liv Tyler. I'm not sure. But it's the Hangman. So with the Hangman, we have, this is your current energy. You're now gaining a new perspective. You're learning and understanding and growing from a temporary pause that has taken place in your life. And for this pause, think to a time in which you actually had to deal with a long pause or lull in something. It can be in your job, it can be in your finances, career, your love life, any of that. So whatever that is, that pertains to the reading I'm giving now. And the challenge that you've got here, this is coming from, I believe it's the Shawshank Redemption, but this thing's not focusing very well. Okay, there we go. So from the Shawshank Redemption, and this is about being patient with something, being able to hold your time, bide your time until something comes to the forefront of your life. So you're in this kind of limbo stuck zone, and your challenge is basically to wait it out. And I'm hearing tools, the patient. That song always comes to me whenever I, either something in my life or a message comes to the forefront in my mind when I think about times that are difficult, grinding, arduous, but you have to be patient with them in order for you to come to a resolution of that issue. And I'm not going to be doing any singing right now. I just don't feel like it. But yeah, just look up the lyrics. Maybe I'll put it in the description box below. If not, Tools, The Patient. That's the song that comes to mind for that. Now, in the recent past, you had death. Gave up on something came to an ending, gradual ending, into which you have been left with a severe amount of disappointment based on the Five of Cups. And, it's never an easy thing. You basically, whatever it was, you said, no more. I'm tired of being hurt, tired of being disappointed. This is not going anywhere, so I'm killing it off. And this has taken place over a long period of time in which you were able to fully ascertain the scope and the the breadth of your of the situation. Say, for example, you put yourself out there on the dating scene, and every date that you go through is either a person who just wants to taste the goods, or a person who just wants to get a free meal, as they call them, foodie calls these days. So it's either a booty call or it's a foodie call. So These are the types of people you keep running into. And now all of a sudden you're just like, you know what? Killing it. I'm doing it because I'm tired of being hurt and disappointed. If it's a job, you go into a job, you give it your all, you give it your best. Boss lays you off. You have to deal with you have to deal with like twit colleagues and stuff like that. People betraying you and so on and so on. You're just like, you know what? Screw that. I'm not going to deal with it anymore. That is the type of energy that I'm getting from this. So it's like a no further type of vibe. Emotionally draining to you. Additionally, it's an energy of someone who just refuses to participate in these Hunger Games anymore when it comes to, passionate things that they're looking for. Speaking of passion, we jump from that energy to a completely different energy, which ends up with the Two of Cups. And that's quite amazing because, the Two of Cups, you're moving from the Five of Cups to the Two of Cups. There's a lot of water energy in here because, you have death, the Five of Cups in the past. That's your emotional state. And then the Two of Cups in your future, it shows that you're finally connecting with something, someone, or some situation in which you really resonate with. And that makes you feel as if you can get back into, the thick of it, in which you're able to. Sorry, let me go and close the blinds here. I don't want my neighbors thinking I'm some kind of like nutter out here holding up cards. Anyways, okay, that feels better. So have my privacy a little bit better than the past. Where are we at? So Tower. Tower is the card that is, clarifying the Two of Cups. So with the Two of Cups in the Tower, it's almost like saying to me that something very sudden, very rapidly is going to enter your life and you're going to connect with it like that. So it's a relationship, you're going out, you're walking down the road, and all of a sudden you get hit by a car, and then the car nudges you off the ground, you fall to the sidewalk, and you're just like rubbing your elbows and your arm and stuff. And the most beautiful woman gets out and she's like, "Oh, are you okay, sir? I'll be happy to, nurse you back to health." And, you end up getting married and having kids and all that stuff. And whatever kind of romantic nonsense that's out there. If it's a job or if it's something like a passion or hobby, it suddenly hits you like a lightning bolt, because the Tower isn't necessarily something where it's like a disaster and you clearing out your foundation to make a better foundation and all that. It can simply mean something that just hits you like a bolt. It's like, bow, that's the new thing that's coming in here. That's going to make you happy. So if you felt like absolute trash in the in the past, you're moving from that, horrible energy, you're moving into something that's amazingly new, refreshing, revitalizing, and that's going to pay off dividends in the long run. So, go ahead and pick that up. So in your subconscious mind, what you've got here, you've got the Three of Wands. You've been waiting for this. You've been waiting for it for a while. And during this process, you've been parsing all of the energies that have come to you, all of the relationships and the interactions that you've had over this period of time. It's allowing you to kind of know what you want and what you don't want as you're waiting for this thing to come in. Just keeping in mind that you're still in this limbo energy. This is your personal energy at the current moment in time. So you have the Temperance and the Hangman. Those are no better indicators to show that you need to be patient with something. And as you are waiting for this, you're subconsciously aware that as you wait for this, you're kind of, looking through all of the situations that you've gone through in the past, because the Queen of Swords is a divorcee card. She is normally someone who has been in a long-term relationship, got absolutely fucked over, and now is separating from her partner, male or female, so that she can put her life back together and defend her heart, defend herself and her person with that sword. So she masters the ability to be able to receive information while in the same light be discriminating in the knowledge that she receives. The problem that many people face today, especially in, the what is resembling or attempting to resemble the romantic dating sphere, people do not process information by internalizing it and learning from it and just using discretion in what is genuine and what is disingenuous. What people do is they follow trends. Girl A said this on TikTok, so I'm going to say this to mirror girl A so I can get likes and validation. So we've moved from a system of discernment and critical thinking to validation and confirmation bias. And so that's the problem with the dating sphere. So this is one reason why I don't trust a lot of what is going on social media, and especially on the internet, unless someone has put some rigorous thought into what they've said. So there are some good people on social media, and I do watch them. But with all of the situations and circumstances influencing human behavior these days, what it is doing is polarizing things along the Pareto principle, which is like the 80-20 rule. There's a lot of fucking morons out here, and then there's 20% of people who are just like, they kind of understand it, they get it, and then they go in the direction that they'd like to go. And with that understanding, they can either be villains or they can be heroes. And what I'm seeing here is that in your specific case, you are deciding to be the hero of your own story. So you're going in, while you're waiting, you're picking apart all of the situations and the crises and the heartache and the things that you've gone through in the past. So this is leading up to this story here. Well, you know what that's all about. The previous card, the Queen of Swords, was Basic Instinct. That was Sharon Stone. And this one is, of course, the Lovers. Brokeback Mountain. And that is about learning how to make a choice that is going to affect the rest of your life. It could also be a strong connection to someone new. So, not to say that you're going to go all Brokeback Mountain in the future. If that's your thing, do what you do. But what it means is that this is soulmate energy. God, can't believe that's actually being spoken from a word. I feel like I'm going to cough up a hairball thinking about it. But you have the Lovers, and then you have the Two of Cups in the Tower. So that means that this energy is very strong. Whoever's coming into your life is going to be a very strong counterpart to you. Five of Swords. This is all about you've felt that in the past you've dealt with a long line of karmic relationships, soul contracts that were there to teach you lessons, and difficulties that sprang from those. And you feel like if you get one more lesson, you're going to cut throats, mate. Just like, cut that out. I mean, you can appreciate and you can process and you can, internalize the lessons that come from these karmic contracts. But after a while, it's just like, if the universe sends me one more of these fucking idiots, I'm going to throw hands. I'm going to throw hands on whatever. Let's clarify this to see. Nine of Wands. Yeah, in a period in time of your life. And maybe the universe recognizes this. Five of Swords, Nine of Wands. If you have to deal with another idiot, it's going to be you're going to have a bad time. So, in saying that, that's what I see about that. It's like, give me my soulmate, my counterpart, give me that perfect job, or I'll give you this. Give me this consciously. This is what I want, because I've been here for such a long time that if this doesn't come in, we're just going to say fuck it anyway. We're just going to stop caring. And there's nothing more dangerous than a person who is indifferent to the world around them because they're unstoppable. When a person stops caring about a relationship, that person is dead to them. When a person stops caring about a job, they are ready and willing to find one that is better for them. When you are no longer attached to the outcome, or you're no longer attached to something that you felt passionate about in the past, that you had a strong pull towards in the past, you can be a dangerous person because you can do anything you want. You know, damn consequences. So, in saying that, that's pretty much it. The outcome. Mila Jovovich, the world, smoking hot in the movie The Fifth Element. That's one thing I will definitely say. And then this is clarified by the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands in the world, swift, rapid completion coming in. Dare I say, this feels really weird for me to say these things because, you know, me, I'm all up here, learning how to get back to here. But it feels to me like there's going to be something or someone that comes into your life that's just going to be exactly what you've been asking for. And I don't say that often. And you know how I feel about tarot readings that talk about love. But I cannot escape what this reading is talking about. And I'm just going to call it as I see it. So if you're a Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and you're looking at this particular reading, you've got an amazing love connection coming in, dare I say it. Now I'm going to go throw up in the toilet so I can scrub that off of my tongue from saying that. Holy crap. Let's clarify it one more time. Coming in quickly. Eight of Wands, Knight of Swords. I mean, I can't really say it any other way. And I don't know who exactly this character is, but it's a pretty nice character, it seems. Pretty metal, as I love heavy metal myself. Knight of Swords, Eight of Wands, the World card. Yeah, it's coming in quick. Love incoming. That's what I'm going to title this. No, that's really all I can say about it. The last bit of this reading is basically says, from the Moonology Oracle deck, hold your vision. This is the fixed moon. So this tells us about, because you're in this waiting energy, and because you are basically making a rapid transition from a very cold and isolated period where you actually put boundaries between yourself and the universe and all of the bullshit it was sending you in the line of partnerships or jobs or things like that. Because you put those boundaries there, the universe takes you seriously and knows that you are dead serious about getting the thing that you want. And that is how you attract the thing that you want, by telling I'm not going to say something awful, because I do love the divine very much. I mean, I'm not a left-hand path or a right-hand path or type person. I am a person that says cultivate a relationship with the divine. Do it in the method that works best for you. Do what thou wilt, harm no one. That be the whole of the law. So be it. It's like when you spar with the universe and you want to manifest something, and it seems like the universe keeps throwing you duds or pissheads or people that don't really resonate with you or boring types, you're at the point where you say, look, universe, I thought I made myself clear. Let's sort this out. Because either A, we can, I would like to have someone who I can share my life with, or B, I can go fuck off and leave the rest of the world and just do my own thing. And I will learn to be happy in my own space because I don't need this now. I've gotten to the point where it's gotten so bad that I don't need what it is that I've asked you to bring into my life. And that's the level in which you can detach So much to the point where the universe is like, oh, well, holy hell, they mean business. So they send you the thing that you've been looking for. And I know in my life, personally, being Virgo moon, there have been times where, I was going through my whole job phase, which people who were early subscribers to my channel knew what I was going through. I was wandering the whole country. I was going all the way from Scotland all the way down to Eastbourne on my motorcycle, doing my best to survive and make sure that I could make it through the day. And that was a horrible situation I had to go through. But there was a point in which I said to the universe, please, I'd like to have this new employment. However, I'm prepared to walk away. And I'm prepared to just do whatever I need to do to make it in a plan B. And that's when that's when the employment came through. And lo and behold, when you create that space, that vacuum for the thing to come in, that's when it comes in. So if you're at the point right now where it's like, yes, Divine, I'd love someone to share my life with, but if you're not going to give that to me, fuck it, I'm just going to do my own thing. Have a nice eternity. And yeah, that's when this happens. Two of Cups in the Tower. So that's really all I have to say about it. Welcome, if you're new here again. This is Crucible Tarot. Thanks so much for joining for this reading for the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. If you like what you see here, please be sure to give a like, share, subscribe, ding that notification bell, and support the channel. Until next time, VIAM, GEVURAH, AMBULO, and have a lovely evening. Bye now.